I'm Sara and welcome to my crochet channel. Today's video I'm going to show you how to make the dual beanie hat. And we designed the beanie hat with the Go For Faux Duo yarn kit to go with the dual cowl. And it's a great set. It's very classy and beautiful. Now the hat's going to fit about a 22-inch head or larger because remember, it's very stretchy and it's very comfortable to wear. You can make the hat with one of these Go For Faux yarn kits from Lionbrand, or you can just use your chunky number 6 acrylic and your Go For Faux fur that you have on hand. I think it would look really cute in a light blue with a white fur. You can make the hat with a pom-pom or not. I kind of like it without because I think it keeps a little bit of a classy look. Now you can find the link for the cowl underneath this video, and you can also find the pattern link for the hat in the notes underneath this video. So to make your dual beanie hat to match your dual cowl, you're going to need the same yarn. You're going to need 3.5 ounces of a bulky number 6 acrylic yarn. You're going to need 3.5 ounces of your bulky number 7 Go For Faux. And remember, if you don't have this yarn, Go For Faux Duo, you don't have to use it as long as you use 3.5 ounces of a bulky number 6 acrylic and 3.5 ounces of a bulky number 7 faux fur. We're going to be stitching with our end hook, and this end hook is a 10.00 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need a needle with a nice big eye for weaving in those ends and a pair of scissors. We're going to be starting with our acrylic yarn. We'll start at the crown of the hat and work our way down and then finish off with the nice fur trim. So we'll start with our slip knot and chain 5. We're going to join this chain 5 into a circle. So we'll put the tail of yarn over our hook and pull it through that loop. Now we'll snug that down and make that little stay knot to keep our chain 5 into a loop. If you would prefer to use the magic circle here, you certainly can. We're going to go in, pull up a loop, and chain 3. This chain 3 counts as our first double crochet, and we're going to stitch 9 more double crochets. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, and go through the second 2 loops. That's our double crochet. You'll also notice that I'm stitching over my tail of yarn. That way I can close up the hole in the top of my hat when I'm finished. Alright, so now I have those 2, so I'm going to stitch 8 more double crochets, so we have a total of 10. All right, let's see how many, oopsie, there we go, I have stitched. Our chain 3 counts as 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have 10 double crochets. I'm going to join to my chain 3 with a slip stitch. Pull up a loop, pull that loop through the loop on your hook, and chain 3. Now, before we go any farther, I'm going to turn this over and gently pull on that string I'm going to take my needle, get all those threads in there. There we go. And we're just going to go ahead and weave this in. You don't have to do this right now if you don't want to. I like to go ahead and get it done. Then I don't have to worry about it later. It's all tidied up and woven in, and the top of my hat is going to stay closed. There we go. And so for row 1, I have 10 double crochets, join to my chain 3, and chain 3. For row 2, we're going to stitch 2 double crochets in each of those 10. Our chain 3 counts as 1, so we'll go ahead and stitch a double crochet in the same stitch as our chain 3. Now we'll go to our next stitch and stitch 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. And we'll stitch 2 double crochets in each of those 10 double crochets around. And so since we started with 10, on row 2 we're going to have 20 double crochets. Two double crochets in each double crochet around, and then we'll join back to our chain 3. 2 double crochets in each of those 10 gave us 20 double crochets. I joined to my chain 3 and chained 3. I'm going to stitch a double crochet in the same stitch as my chain 3. Now in the next stitch, I'm going to stitch what's called a front post double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, and instead of stitching up here, I'm going to go around the post of the stitch and stitch my double crochet. Now I'll go to the next stitch and stitch 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Then I'll go to my next stitch and stitch a front post double crochet. And so this is our repeat for row 3. 2 double crochets in the next stitch, 1 and 2, and then 1 front post double crochet in the next. Some more yarn out here. And then we'll repeat this, working all the way around for row 3. 2 double crochets in the next double crochet, front post double crochet in the next. Oops. All the way around. 2 and 1 front post all the way around and join back to our chain 3. I have completed row 3, and you're going to have 10 front post stitches and 20 double crochets for a total of 30 stitches. Join to my chain 3 and chain 3. Now I'm going to stitch a double crochet in the next double crochet, and then I'll stitch another one in that same double crochet. Our chain 3 counts as 1. I stitched 2, so we have 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to double crochet around the front post double crochet. Then I'll stitch 1 double crochet in the next stitch and 2 double crochets in the next, and then front post double crochet around the front post double crochet. And so our repeat for row 4 is 1 double crochet in the next double crochet, 2 double crochets in the next double crochet, and then front post double crochet around the front post double crochet. And so that's going to give us 3 double crochets front post. And we'll repeat this, working all the way around and join back to our chain 3. I have completed row 4. We have 1 double crochet, then 2 double crochets, front post, double crochet, and repeat. Join back to our chain 3 and chain 3. And so for row 4, you're going to have 30 double crochets and 10 front post, so you'll have 40 stitches. Now for row 5, we're basically just going to repeat what we did for row 3. Okay, but we're not going to increase. We're going to have 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So our chain 3 counts as 1, so we'll place 1 double crochet in the next 2 double crochets, and then front post double crochet in the next. 1 double crochet in the next 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 front post double crochet in the next. 1 double crochet in the next 3 double crochets. There we go. And front post double crochet in the next. And that's our repeat for row 5. You'll have 3 double crochets and a front post double crochet and repeat all the way around and join back to our chain 3. I have now completed row 5. We have 3 double crochets and we have a front post double crochet and repeat around. And so now what we're going to do for row 6, we join chain 3 and we're just going to repeat exactly what we did for row 5. Chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. So we'll have 3 double crochets, then front post double crochet, 1 double crochet in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, and then front post double crochet around the front post double crochet. And so what we're doing for row 6 is we're repeating row 5. I have completed row 6, 1 double crochet in the next 3, front post in the next. We joined and chain 3. And now what we're going to do for row 7 is just again repeat row 6. Our chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and then 1 double crochet in the next 2, front post double crochet in the front post double crochet, and then 1 double crochet in those next 3, 1, 2, 3, whoops, there we go, and front post double crochet in the next. And again, just like we did on the last row, we'll repeat it all the way around and join back to our chain 3. I have completed row 7, and again we have 3 double crochets, front post double crochet, and repeat all the way around. Now after row 7, we're only going to chain 1, not 3, because this last row with our acrylic yarn, we're just going to stitch 1 single crochet in each of the stitches around, and this will give us a nice solid stitch to add our fur trim. So we'll stitch 1 single crochet in each of those stitches around, whether it's a double crochet or a front post double crochet. They're all stitched with a single crochet all the way around. 1 single crochet in each stitch. And then we'll join back to our first single crochet. I've completed that row, stitching 1 single crochet in each of my stitches around. I'm going to join to the first single crochet with a slip stitch, and then I'm going to chain 1. Now I have quite a bit of yarn left here, and so you could probably add another row if you wanted to make your hat just a little bit longer. But remember, we're going to be adding that fur trim. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and then I'm going to bring my fur trim in. We'll be stitching the fur trim in a similar way that we did on the dual cowl. All right, so we're going to bring in our fur trim. We're going to chain 1. We're going to skip this next stitch and single crochet in the next. And chain 1. We'll skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next, and chain 1. And those chain 1s in between are very important because that's how we're going to find our stitches when we come back around for the next row. So what we're going to do is chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, working all the way around our hat. Single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, and we'll work all the way around the bottom of our hat. I've completed this row, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, and I've come back around. And what we're going to do is we're not going to join. After we've done our last single crochet, chain 1, we're going to use our thumb and finger and find that first chain 1 space and single crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1. Now we'll go to that next chain 1 space, single crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1. And you'll need to use your finger and thumb to find those chain 1 spaces, and that's why the chain 1 spaces are so important. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1, single crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1. And you can see it makes a nice sturdy band even though it's a fur trim. All right, so here's my chain 1, here's my last stitch, here's my next chain 1 space, and you'll need to use your finger and thumb to find those holes to put your single crochet chain 1 in. And we'll work this all the way around the hat. I've completed that second row, stitching single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1, and repeat all the way around. And so now what we're going to do is stitch another row. So here is my last chain 1 space. I single crochet, chain 1, and I go right to that next chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 1. So basically for this row, we're just repeating what we did on the previous row. Single crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1. And this is going to give us a really nice thick band on our hat. All right, so single crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1 and repeat. And I just want you to see how I'm using my thumb and my finger to find that next chain 1 space. Whoops, there we go. All right, and so we're just repeating what we did on the previous row, and then when we get back around, I'll show you how to join up and tie off with this fuzzy yarn. And to finish off, what you're going to do is you're going to find that next chain 1 space. You're going to go ahead and go in, but you're going to slip stitch. That way we don't have a bump. And we'll go ahead and cut our fur. Then we'll go in the next and pull that loop to the inside of our hat and tie off. Okay. Now, it's really difficult to weave this fur in with a needle. And so what I do is I take my crochet hook and I just kind of wind it around to where it's up here. And make sure it's going to stay, let me get that around there again, that it's going to stay put, just like that. And of course, we'll have to do that on these ends as well. But that's the way your fur trimmed duo hat should look. And so here is our completed dual beanie hat with the chunky acrylic on top and the faux fur on the bottom. It's very classy and very pretty. Now, you have enough left from your fur and your acrylic if you want to make this cute pom-pom. You could add it to the top, or you could add it to the side, or not put it on at all. And I show you how to make that pom-pom at the end of the video that we did for the dual cowl, because this hat and the cowl were made to go together.